Hello, I'm Jamie.
Hello, I'm Mark, and it's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. Good evening, Instagram. Ladies
Good morning. You said good morning, really.
Did I say good morning?
Yeah.
I didn't mean good morning. Good evening, Instagram. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and everything in between, it's 7:30. It's Tuesday night. That only means one thing.
It's time for another episode of Through the Garden Gate. I don't know if you did say...
We'll have to listen back, see if I did say good morning. It might be good morning to somebody in the world.
Yeah, somewhere in the world who's viewing. Jamie's straight in like a shot. Hello.
Hello.
Do you know what I want to say? When you say it's 7:30, it can only mean one thing. EastEnders.
No. Jamie, your heart's going like, you know the thing that, well, not the actual music. You know the music when we do the intro in the actual podcast when it gets edited?
Yeah. I just want to show. Just want to show you something.
Yeah.
Tripod.
Look at this little posh thing.
That's a bit fancy.
It's not very stable when it's rested on the arm of a sofa bed, but it's supposed to be all singing or dancing, but it don't feel like it, to be honest. But at least it's not a sellotape reel holder thingy. Yeah.
Slight improvement.
Right, so tell us what's happened, Mark.
What's happened? I'm an idiot.
What was going on?
And I booked.
Good morning, Dad. Good evening.
Did I say good morning? We'll have to check back.
Yeah, Jamie, rewind. Rewind.
We'll rewind later.
Yeah, we'll rewind it later when it's edited on Friday. I'll listen it back and I'll listen
if I
to
say
it.
good morning.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, I thought I'd booked somebody in for tonight, but it was actually for next month because for some reason these first.
Oh, so it's only even
February and March have got exactly the same dates for the first load of Tuesdays.
So yeah.
Oh, really?
So have you not got anyone on tonight?
Right. So the 10th of February today. There's the 10th of March as well.
It's Tuesday the 10th of March. Oh, wow.
So
that don't happen very
to
often.
book them in for February, the 10th of February.
No, it's supposed to be the 10th of March they were booked in for.
But
I put in the calendar that it was the 10th of February.
Ah. Oh, well.
So you
Never mind.
So George's going to have to stay for the whole time and we'll talk to him about gardening for an hour and a half.
Oh, yeah, and it'll be 9:30, and then I'll have to have my bath, go to sleep, and I won't be able to sleep until midnight.
And you'll miss school.
Yeah.
That's a good idea for you.
Yay.
Brilliant.
I'm just shutting the door because the door.
It's the same every year except leap years.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. We've been learning about that.
Comments have stopped already. I have no comments.
You mean I found my earbuds just to listen to you waffle on? Yeah, sorry, Joe.
We waffle every week, Joe, and you turn up every week, so you must enjoy something.
Yeah.
And Jenny said she went for an eye test a week early last week.
Oh, no. I can remember doing things like that. I tell you what, when I first left school, I worked on the land.
Yeah.
And we had to get really early and get picked up in the van at about 6. And I can remember doing this, and all of a sudden I was sitting there, and it got to about 20 past. I thought, what's going on? It was Sunday.
Got up early for no reason.
Wait.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
It's weird how your brain works, isn't it?
It is indeed.
It really, really is.
And she was on time as well.
I know, yeah, probably the only time I was. Mental,
George.
absolutely mental.
Time for the gardening question.
Come on, George. Come on,
Two-
just tell me what the depressing scores are.
What's the score?
2-0 at the minute.
Or is it 2-1 because you get a point when we...
Oh yeah, 2-1 since. So,
2-1-0.
2-1-0.
Yeah, 2-1-0. Yeah, 2-1-0. 21.
What theme is it this week then?
Trees.
Oh, trees.
Trees. Oh, God.
Hi from Turkey.
I can't put... Oh, I might be able to put it in, Mark, but I don't know whether it's going to work or not, to be honest. Let me put that in, see if that works.
Oh yeah. Here we go.
Yeah, it's on there.
Here we go.
Come on, in.
What is the scientific study of trees and woody plants called?
I only know this because I heard it on a podcast today.
But that's cheating.
Oh, it's not because I didn't know you'd pick this. I don't know whether I'm going to spell it right.
Nor am I. Don't judge my...
Don't judge our spelling.
Oh
No.
yeah.
My dyslexic brain doesn't
wrong,
like things like
You
these.
won't get a point.
If it's spelled wrong.
Yes, you got to... Oh, if you can spell it, George, I'd let you off.
Well, it's my mum who spelt it.
Go on, then.
And then ready, 1, 2, 3, send.
Jamie.
I've done it.
Oh, Jamie's gone arboriculture and I've gone dendrophile.
Oh, God. Rubbish.
Dendrology.
Dendrology.
Yeah.
That is right then, isn't it?
So a dendrophile is somebody who studies dendrology.
Half a point for me then.
Never heard... No, you can have a full point. I've never heard of that. Never, ever, ever heard of that in my entire
Yeah, I heard it
life.
on a podcast today and I thought, oh, I've heard dendrophile before, but not realised that it was to do with trees.
Can you see where I was coming from?
Yeah, oh yeah. But if I hadn't have heard that dendrophile thing today, I would have put arboriculture.
Yeah. Weird.
I guess arboriculture is probably the practice of like looking
Trimming
at health of trees,
yeah.
rather than
Yeah.
just trees.
Just to let you know, so you
Yeah.
got half a point.
No, Jamie said I can have a whole point.
Nah, that's a full
It's up to
point.
me.
That's good
That
enough.
is up to me.
We don't do halves.
Half a point.
We didn't do anything by half on this podcast.
I get half a point. You get half a point.
Just by
You
a
get
quarter.
0. You get 0.
Oh, yeah, I don't mind. Let's not change the norm, shall we?
Face again.
No, Jamie learns every week, that's the thing. So next time that question comes up on a pub quiz, he'll go, alright.
Exactly, yeah. I can't even remember what you said now, Mark, let alone on a pub quiz.
Next time, when we do the Christmas quiz thingy, and this is on it, you'll know.
Oh, right, okay. Are we building up to that, are we?
Yeah, obviously so. I won't need to write a quiz next Christmas because we'll just have a question every week.
Yeah,
All together.
Bunch them all up together, yeah.
Right,
sounds good.
Go to your bath and we'll see you next week.
See you, George. Thank you.
Back garden.
Good question.
No.
Not.
It's 20.
It's 3-1.
No, it's not.
3-1 nil.
Dad, I said it's half a point, so it's 2.51
1 nil.
nil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Until next time.
See you later.
See ya.
Crazy boy.
Crazy boy.
I can't see no comments. Got it out my comment.
Earlier.
I did see Steph's post the other day.
Was supposed to be homework night, but he didn't want to do his homework.
Oh dear. Whoever does.
Indeed. Homework's rubbish.
It is.
Especially when
Schoolwork's bad enough.
well, it's stupid when it's out of books that the school sent home that are related to SATs, and you open it up to the page that he's got to do, and you say, do you know what you're doing? And he was like, no, because this book's telling me to do it a different way to what we've been taught. I'm like, well, I don't know the way you've been taught. I only know what's in that book. So,
Of course. Yeah, strange, isn't it?
and then because it's SATs, they're not necessarily doing that stuff in the class like recently either. So I'll be like, when did you last do it? And he'll be like, well, weeks ago. So he can't even remember how they learned how to do it. But he knows it's not the version that it says in the book.
No. Strange. What's on your hat?
Backwards.
I can't even read that. What's it say? Al.
Always
advocate. That's related to
just neurodivergency. It's from a company that do neurodivergent clothing. But it's
stuff.
It's a Velcro patch, so you can change it.
Oh wow!
I said I need to get one that says like when I'm in a good mood and when I'm in a bad mood, and I can just stick it on my hat.
Keep away from me,
yeah.
Or I'm happy to talk today.
Yeah. Give me a good distance. Stay away.
Wide berth, please.
Warning, grumpy coming.
Yeah. Well, I've done some gardening this week.
Have you really?
I sure have.
In your own garden or somebody else's garden?
No, mine. Well, not in my garden. In my polytunnel and in my hot hut. Did you see my amazing selection of chilies and tomatoes I've got this year?
That was an endless load of seed.
Yeah, lovely, different, completely different. I went completely random this year. Apart from one, I bought some new crushed heart seeds because they've always been my favourite, and so I'm going to keep them going. But yeah, just some amazing different new ones. And I've sowed all my
fancy packet ones from Mrs. R. Is that who Seed Envy is?
Anna. Yeah, that's the one Seed Envy with black packets. She's coming on in a few weeks.
Yeah.
And the other ones were is it the Artisan Seed Company, something like that?
All right, if they're fancy packets.
Yeah, it's only a small. She's only small, only like a one-man band thing. It's not like a big Thompson and Morgan or something. But
yeah,
got some lovely, weird and wonderful different chilies, and brilliant. So I've sowed all them. Loads again. Just sowed all of them. Everything.
All the seeds.
Like normal. You can't just leave a few in a packet, can you? I can't anyway.
I always, if it's the first sowing of the year, I always leave a few, just in case stuff doesn't go, and then I can sow again.
Right.
Towards, once you've done a few sowings, I'll try and use up packets rather than saving them.
Yeah.
Although I was sowing some lobelia seeds at work today, and I opened up the packet and tipped it out on my hand and was like, where are the seeds?
It's dust,
inside the packet, and they're like dust.
It is dust.
I had to literally get my finger inside and scoop it out. It was literally like a few pinches of dust.
It is dust.
And
I've got a bit of a story about that. Not necessarily gardening, but it is seeds. So I used to work at a seed factory called Germains, as in germination, Germains. And we used to do nasty things as well, but we used to pellet the seeds but add chemicals to them as well, mainly for, out in the fields, commercial stuff. So we used to pellet these seeds, and we had like a big, lots of them. There's like a big rotating ball. We called it a mill. It's a massive ball. And they'd roll around inside there, and you'd just put the chemicals on and all the clays and things like that to make the pellet.
Yeah.
And there was only a few people who could do lobelia because you had to be so precise. You had to have the spray on the nozzle on your gun so fine because they're so tiny. And you make them in little balls. So basically they could see the seeds and put them into drills, so they could drill them basically. And I was one of them.
So how the heck do you just put it in the middle of a piece of clay then, I guess?
Well, no. So you put the seeds in the mill, and as the mill spins, they're sitting in the bottom, rotating, and you spray them real fine water. You imagine like the spray guns they have for painting cars. Yeah. It's like that. So it's the finest spray, and as they get damp, you put some clay on them, powdered clay, dry. And that just roll round and round and round, and as that picks it up, and then you add it and you add it, and it keeps going up more and more and more. So the coating gets bigger and bigger.
That's incredible.
But we used everything from it was the main thing was sugar beet for British sugar. Every sugar beet seed that you see in our country used to go through that, or still does, goes through that factory to pellet it, because it was owned by British Sugar. They do everything from sugar beet all the way down, the beetroots all the way down, all the flower seeds, parsnips. You can imagine doing that with parsnip, but they come out like a little flying saucer.
Oh, wow.
But it was coated, and we used to colour it so they could see in the ground, so you can see if it had been drilled in the right places. But also, you used to put the chemicals on, all the fungicides and things to stop them. But yeah, I really enjoyed that, to be honest. But then that's the point when I started being an electrician.
Wow.
So that's why I can identify quite a few seeds.
I can't understand how you didn't just get about 6,000 lobelia in each little pellet. They're so small.
But that was the art of it. You had to be so slow and so precise with it, because it had to be one seed in one tiny little ball.
Yeah. Wow.
So lobelia was first, then petunia was the next smallest, and all the way up, and they got bigger and bigger and bigger. But they had processes where they used to, for the sugar beet and the bigger seeds, they used to start the seed growing in these massive machines. They were absolutely the size of a house, like a big rotating flask. And they could control the environment in these big machines, the heat, the humidity, the light, everything in there. It was ultraviolet light, to be honest. And they could start the seed growing, start it germinate, and then stop it just at the time before it cracked.
Yeah.
So that would give the seed in the ground a week's head start.
So it's like as soon as you've sown it, it's going.
Boom, it's there. Instantly. As soon as it gets moist again, that's away.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's a lot of technology in it for the commercial growers, obviously.
Yeah,
for people like us.
Yeah.
So that's why sometimes, and where did I get some from?
Simply Seed tend to do the
Simply Seeds.
Yeah.
Simply Seeds. We had some lettuce seeds which were pelleted. Can you remember? Bright green, shiny ones.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's what they were.
Yeah,
and they all used to be different colours and different.
That must have been. I don't know why they've coated those, because a lettuce seed is quite a big seed, isn't it? So they must.
But they're coated for commercials, so they can be put in a drill and driven down the field.
Yeah.
Because you can't get a seed to sit in a drill and rotate, but a little round ball with a seed in it does.
Yeah, I remember at work when we were doing the woodland, we got one of the local farmers to come and plough the field beforehand. Yeah. So that we got cleared the field and got it back to soil, and then he sort of,
leveled it,
evened it all out, and rolled it, and then he was going to drill grass seed into it for us with like a wildflower mix in it. And when he went to try and do the grass seed, he couldn't do it. It was too fine for his machine, because he's obviously like that with pellets and stuff. So
he used to do grass seed as well. So crazy. We used to do grass seed on a big scale.
Yeah.
And you can imagine they're long and thin, but when they got that coating on, they would go into the right size drills.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we ended up having to do that with a pull behind the tractor, small tractor with a seed hopper to do it, because we tried to do it and he just physically couldn't do it.
Yeah. Another thing we used to make, which is quite interesting, we used to make these little pellets, but they were made of kind of, if you imagine really fine sawdust, the same process. Sawdust with this organic glue, but it was sprayed with garlic.
Yeah.
So what would they have been? So they're tiny little round balls sprayed of garlic, which just dissolved into the ground.
Slug repellent or something?
Carrot root fry.
Ah.
So they used to have the drills, one carrot, one garlic, one carrot, one garlic, all the way down the field.
So if you want to stop your carrots getting eaten, plant them with some garlic.
Oh, that's 100%, yeah, because that masks the smell of the carrots.
With some garlic chives.
Yeah, just stick them all the way down.
Stick around longer because I guess garlic you're pulling up before your carrots probably properly get going.
At the peak, yeah. But yeah, God, the factory used to stink when we done that. Absolutely stunk. This real strong garlic. It was like a syrup, It was just pure boiled up garlic, I suppose. But yeah, that used to get sprayed onto these little pellets and get drilled with the carrots.
Amazing.
Yeah. That's back then. God, when was that? Bloody hell! I must have been 20 from when I was 20, 19 till I was probably 23, 24, something like that. I didn't know. I didn't realise. But now, these days, everything's clicking into place. Why they would do it.
Yeah.
But it was just a job. And, oh, God, we've got to do lobelia today. Oh, it's sugar beet today, But now, if I went back now, I'd probably be so much more interesting because I know why they would do it. I'd be more interested in the whole process.
Jerry said that that didn't work for me last year with my Dorcas. I lined the bed with garlic. I still got root fly. It's annoying, isn't it?
Was that just when you say a bed, Joe? Is it just a bed, or is it a raised bed at all? Because I don't get a problem with mine. Mine are 9 inches, all my beds, and touch wood, I've never had a net, but they can't fly very high, can they?
No, somebody said, didn't they, when we were talking about it on a previous episode?
They only fly down. They can't fly up. They don't like rain flying up.
No. So yeah.
I bet it's just a bed in a garden.
Yeah, yours are like scaffold board high.
Yeah, so they're 9 inches, so that might just be enough to deter them. So that's one good thing about having raised beds.
Yeah, well, all of my beds are double heights now, so they're they're that plus that again, so they're nearly
they've got to be a foot,
2 foot nearly.
Yeah.
So yeah, should be good. Carrot root fly is going to get in there at all.
No.
And I did have some good carrots last year actually, and they didn't have any damage when we harvested. All the little holes in black.
And they have the black line, don't they? When you cut it, you can see the black line through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm. But that's one of the things, because like Charles Dowden always says he doesn't like wooden bedsides because the snails and slugs can harbour in there and survive. But that's one good thing. You don't have to worry about root fly and things.
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, you can't really doubt Charles Darling because everything he does achieve. But
yeah.
I think there are benefits to having the raised as well. And obviously, for me, if I didn't have raised, I'd have a flooded veg garden every year.
Oh, exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm writing in our local paper at the moment. I've decided this year, since I started back 4 weeks ago, I'm doing a whole section on starting a veg garden from scratch, all the different routes you go, wherever. And I'm just obviously talking about different types of beds, going from what I always class as the dog's grave type bed, where it's just mounded up on the floor, on the soil, and then to a small raised, and then even a high raised bed for people who can't bend down to the ground. So there's different pros and cons to all of them, isn't there?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it all depends on what you need and what you're able to achieve in your own garden, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, everyone would love to have what Charles Dowden's got. But equally, if I tried that in my garden, it wouldn't work.
No, you'd be washed away.
All my goodness would get washed away every winter. So
You had that 2 years ago.
I've got it again now. My garden's absolutely horrendous again.
Is it?
Bad here. It's really bad. I mean, not to the same degree, but it's been waterlogged down there for probably 6 weeks.
It's not like flooded, padded, deep water.
The original part of the veg garden is. The new part is not as bad, and obviously all the beds are raised, so nothing to get or anything like that.
Yeah.
It just makes doing anything in the garden a nightmare, as if you're walking in a quagmire. So it's not easy.
Yeah, it's horrendous, isn't it?
Like when I was doing stuff down here at the weekend, although I wasn't actually working anywhere where it's flooded, every time I needed to empty my bucket of all the detritus, I had to go down there to empty it because that's where my compost bins are. So I was walking down there and getting absolutely caked in mud.
Yeah.
I really need to build myself some compost bins in this part of the garden. I've got 3 lots of compost bins in, which kind of makes sense because then if I ever want to put mulch on my beds down here, I can just get it from these ones, and then everything else further down is for the veg gardens. But it's just working with it, isn't it?
You've dug trenches and soakaways and God knows what, but it's...
Well, there's still more I can do. I just haven't got round to doing it. But, I mean, it did help for a long time. I mean, the previous time it happened, it was from October. So it took until after Christmas this time until it started flooding again.
Yeah.
Really badly. But I mean, the weather's just been awful, hasn't it? For weeks. We've just every day's been grey, apart from yesterday when we had a little bit of sunshine. But other than that, it's just been wet and miserable, very little sunshine. Not really wintry, is it? It's not been cold, especially. We've had that maybe week and a half where it was frosty.
Yeah. You have this. It's really strange, isn't it? You get one cold night and I really notice it and have to turn the heating up, and then the next night you think, oh, it's all right.
Mild.
Not too bad. Strange.
Well, yesterday I was nearly in a t-shirt. Yet today it's back to being freezing and damp and cold and horrible.
Yeah. We just haven't got proper seasons anymore. It's crazy.
They were saying the weather pattern is stuck, isn't it? It's like trapped or something. Like I can't remember the name of it. There's a weather system that holds everything in place.
What's it called? Yeah, the thingy flow, or whatever it is.
Like the
from America.
And the Pacific. Something.
What's it called? You see it on the weather map, don't you? There goes jet stream.
Yeah, and it sort of holds the hot and the cold. So if that traps that system in, it can't go anywhere because it usually would go down into Europe. And if it's in the wrong place, it just holds it in. So we get endless, which is what happened 2 years ago when we had all of that. I mean, Dorset and all of that lot have had, and Cornwall, and they've just had awfulness, haven't they? I mean, there's flooding and all sorts down there. Monty Don's garden's flooded.
I was talking to someone the other day about it, and when we were kids, there wasn't that amount of flooding. It's just happened this last 10 years. It's just every winter now. But it's not just here. Have you seen Spain recently as well?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. That's major.
The Gulf Stream, that's it.
Gulf Stream. It's just... The weather is absolutely screwed up.
High pressure system over Europe is what's keeping the low pressure where we are.
No, right.
But yeah, I mean, even places in Europe have suffered with floods. And America's got record-breaking cold weather, haven't they?
Yeah.
Just shows how messy
floods
time it's getting.
Spain and Portugal just got major floods. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It seems like we need a big reset button, don't we?
Well, I guess this is the start of the reset, but where it ends is not necessarily a good thing.
No. But you think in not many weeks' time last year, we got into a lovely spring, and that was it. We were perfect all the way through till bloody ended summer.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Well,
this time of
not
year,
perfect, but
in previous years though, this time of year, it's snow and ice and whatever, and that's what it
yeah,
should be in February.
I know.
It's far too mild.
I flicked back through my photos on Instagram, and there's always photos of frost on the flowers and plants and things, but nothing. Just wet and manky and horrible and grey.
You're describing Vancouver Island in Canada. But it's cold up there. Ellen Mary's been near Niagara Falls, and that looked like something out of the Ice Age.
Yeah, I saw what she was doing. Yeah,
that looks seriously cold.
Very, very cold.
Yeah,
but Canada always is in winter, isn't it? I'd love to go. I'd love to go to Canada.
But they're prepared for that. Like everything about Canada, a bit of snow is like nothing to them. They're like, nah. No. Carry on.
If we have it, the whole bloody country stops.
Yeah, exactly. A little bit of snow and everyone's like, trains are cancelled.
Yeah, but also you get a bit of heat, the trains are cancelled because the tracks buckle, or in the autumn you get a few leaves on the track and the trains are cancelled.
Yeah, so where's that? I can't remember. It might be in India or somewhere. There's a train where they've had to install a little paddle at the front of the train that knocks off stones because people have started putting stones on the railway line for some reason. So they've put this little paddle there to knock the stones off before damaging the train wheels.
Why the hell would they do that?
I don't know. Jenny said, I can't believe some parts of the country has had rain every day 2006, and February's average rain has already fallen.
Wow. Mental. We haven't had rain every day, but we're in the, I think we're the second driest part of the country, but it's not been nice. It's always miserable and dry and grey and awful, but we hadn't had rain every day. But the worst thing is the dogs run outside and the dogs can run back in again with muddy, bloody paw prints everywhere.
I know. I went out with the dog on Saturday around Wisdom Nature Park, which I thought was going to be less muddy, but even that was horrible and muddy and wet. So he had to go in the bath when he gets back because he's so low. It's like a
I bet he gets filthy. Yeah, I bet his belly gets absolutely filthy.
Jenny put, can somebody turn the weather off and on again?
Exactly, that's what you do with everything else. But that's the thing. I don't mind winter if it's proper winter. Some frost, bit of snow, and then you have the lovely sunny days. Frosty, but with some sun coming out. It's lovely. I don't mind that.
That's the thing. Well, you just want your seasons. You don't want anything that stays, for 3 weeks of
constant wet and dull. No, absolutely horrible.
There you go. Joe said, we have had 152% of our January rain in Norfolk.
Bloody hell.
You've had more rain than what you'd usually get in January.
Yeah.
Even though you like you say, it's not been as damp as some places. But
some places. Yeah. So a lot of other places had. Wow.
You're raining and a half again.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not nice. Not nice at all. Oh, went to the East Western Snowdrop Day the other day.
I was going to say, Sunday. I was listening to, what's it called? Get Dirty? Is that the name of that podcast?
Yeah.
Your Snowdrop Day is on the 8th of February. I was like, that's 2 days ago. I wonder if Jamie...
Of course I did.
Was Thordis there as well?
Thordis wasn't, no, because she works on a Sunday. She's doing the garden party. No, but Alan was there. Saw Alan. I'd love to chat with Alan. I like Alan. Fantastic.
He sounds like a lovely man.
Yeah, he really is. We've got to do it. You got to come down this summer.
Yeah, well, I'm in Norfolk in April, I think. I was wondering if East Ruston would be open because I think we're right near it.
Can't remember when they open, to be honest.
Because obviously places tend to open a bit now and then close for a bit. So I didn't know how often Alan opens his garden. Whether it's
He opens every day. Once he's open, he's open.
Does he?
But I can't remember when he does that. So I know he shuts in October. I don't know whether it's March or April, to be honest.
I guess April's quite late, isn't it? I mean, for what he has, I mean, it's quite a mild place there as well, isn't it? So he probably.
Oh
will.
yeah. I guess
Maybe.
it says on the website, so we can find
I'll
out.
have a look.
Yeah, definitely says on the website. But yeah, we went on Sunday on the snowdrop day, and there's at least 7 or 8 different snowdrop sellers.
How many did you buy?
I bought 3.
3.
I didn't go for 3. I didn't go for one big posh one this time. I can't remember the names, to be honest. But I bought 3, and all 3 of them come to £90. Still quite a lot, but that's not too bad. No.
Don't do what Thordis does and kills them.
I bought one of them was a wasp. I bought wasp because Joe Sharman. Did she mention Joe Sharman, Mr. Snowdrop?
Yeah, because she said she killed hers and he brought her a new one for free.
He bought her a new one, yeah. So I saw he had one wasp left, so I had that. What else did I have? I can't remember, but yeah, Joe. But get this right. So last year I bought a snow because Joe Sharman is Mr. Snowdrop and he breeds snowdrops.
Yeah,
and he's bred quite a few. So he bred the golden fleece.
Yeah.
And that was selling for like £2,000 to start with, about 4 or 5 years ago. £2,000 a bulb.
Yeah.
And he was selling them. And I bought that 3 years ago, and that was 150 quid.
That's now £3.50.
No, it's now £100. It has come down, but it's still £100. But mine's now got 3 flowers on, so it's multiplied in 3 years. It's doing a flower a year, so it's getting better. Last year, 2 years ago, Joe bred another one he called it Alan Gray.
Oh wow!
So last year I bought an Alan Gray, and I think it was about £100. And 2 weeks ago, I went outside when the snowdrops were coming up, and I couldn't see it. My Alan Gray wasn't there. So I went onto the radio and spoke to Joe when he was on Radio Norfolk with Thordis, and said, "Should my Alan Gray be up by now?" And he said, "Yes, it should be. If it's not there by now, it's not coming up." But the week after, so last Sunday, I went and had a look again, and it was there. But I hadn't noticed it because the flower was in a tight bud still. I hadn't noticed it. But it was there. And I went to saw Joe the other day, Mr. Snowdrop, lovely man. I'll keep trying to get him on here, but he can't come on because he ain't got internet where he lives. He hasn't.
Is he in Norfolk?
Yeah. And I walked up to his stand, and he walked over and went to give me another £100 snowdrop because he still thought mine was dead.
Oh,
What
wow.
a lovely man.
Oh, how lovely.
And I turned it down and said, no, it's there. It's fine now. See, how honest am I?
Very honest.
Yeah. But yeah, Joe, it's not just snowdrops. He's, oh my God, I can't remember what his nursery's called now.
And I'll Google it.
What was his nursery called?
Is it Charmin or Charmen?
Sharman. Joe Sharman, Mr. Snowdrop, is something like Midnight Nurseries or something like that. He's in Cambridge, but he does plant fairs all over the place, and so he'll go to Monk Silver Nursery. That's it. He'll go to. I'll go and see him at East Ruston again in April and again in June, and he has all the weird and wonderful different plants, completely different to what you get anywhere else.
Yeah, because Alan was saying he's had all sorts from him that are
Oh
in
yeah,
East Rushton.
yeah, yeah. Get on Monk Silver Nurseries and you see some amazing plants, and the knowledge in that man's head. Oh, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I was on the radio, spoke to him months and months ago. I said about different. Oh, look at that. Which one's that? Is that Alan
What?
Gray?
Wasp.
Wasp.
I was expecting it to be yellow and black.
No, I don't know why it's called wasp. I only grabbed it because Thordy said it's amazing.
It is very pretty.
Yeah, and he's just so knowledgeable. So yeah, go and if you want any plants, go and see Joe at Monk Silver Nursery. It's brilliant, absolutely amazing.
I guess he'll be at quite a few garden shows.
He doesn't do the big shows. He does plant fairs.
Plant fairs.
Yeah, rather than shows. He's going to. He always goes to Germany for 3 weeks to do snowdrops. 3 weeks straight. He fills his van to the brim of snowdrops and goes around plant fairs in Germany for 3 weeks. He's going in 2 weeks' time. He said to me the other day, he said, "Mark, I do 60% of my turnover in this 2 months' work."
Yeah,
for snowdrops.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if you know how to grow snowdrops and you've got the right conditions to grow them, or the facilities to grow them, it's a brilliant thing to do, isn't it?
But I can't remember exact, but when he was telling me about the golden fleece, that takes something like 12 years before he can name that and sell it.
Yeah.
Because he's got to be able to produce it over and over and over again.
Yeah, the same thing.
And they do the whole, is it basil cuttings, where they, like an onion, you take a piece off with a part of the basil root and bit and plant that to make another one. So in depth.
You must have to slice it that way then, and so you're not.
Yeah. So that root at the bottom, that round bit, they have to get a piece of that on each piece of the thing, and then they replant those, and that makes a bulb next year.
Oh wow! So they must have almost dividing the bulbs up then to create new bulbs.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
So to get the same variety over and over again, you wouldn't be able to collect the seed because the seed would be different again, I guess.
Unless they do the whole, they breed them in
exactly the same
on their own. Yeah. But yeah, that's what they do. They'll take a bulb, once one's grown, they'll take it and they'll take the cuttings of the bulb, replant them, and maybe get 7 or 8 out of one bulb. There's my golden fleece. Look at that.
So the golden fleece is it's almost triangular shaped, isn't it, rather than the usual drop that you get on it. So it's almost really like a bell. Yeah. And then the green bits are almost yellow, aren't they?
They're yellow, yeah. That's the golden bit from it, isn't it? Really nice.
And those the bit at the top of the flower as well is quite yellow, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Really yeah. It's quite golden. That picture doesn't do it justice, to be honest. It's a lot more yellow in the flesh than it is on there.
Yeah, I imagine it is.
Well, definitely loving the snowdrops. I said to a few people, I don't think I'm a Galathrophile yet, but I'm on my way.
Oh, you're definitely on your way. I mean, how many varieties have you got now? 6?
More than that.
More than that. Well, you're definitely a Galathrophile.
Yeah, there's got to be. Well, you remember when Chris done his sell-off when he moved, he probably bought about 7 or 8 of his. And I've been to the plant fair for probably 4 years on the trot, and the other ones I've bought, just off the internet. So I reckon I must have 15 or 20 different ones in the garden.
Are the ones
that apple tree
Chris come back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all coming back.
That's good then.
There's a couple.
That's the thing I worry.
Tell me about it. When you pay 150 quid for one.
I wouldn't be planting it in the grass. That's for sure. I'd be putting it in a pot somewhere with a bloody cage around it.
But what I normally do is, I get the label. Once it's planted in the grass, I'll put the label in and push it down.
Yeah.
So you can put my finger around and feel the hard bit and pull it back up again. But a couple of them, They've been a pencil and pulled it up, and there's nothing on them. Oh, bloody hell! So I don't know what they're called now.
You need an indelible marker.
Yeah, but they don't even work. I just want a decent. Somebody's got to come up with something that doesn't ever disappear.
Or like a metal one with it indented in it.
Yeah, well, that's the
like,
thing. Yeah. I'll get my own little stamps and actually print them in.
And then if it's in metal, you can you push it into the ground, can't you?
Yeah. But it's looking lovely, and I hate it. I really hate it. It's looking so lovely, but the camera does not find it. It just you can't see it on the camera. That's terrible.
I've been doing loads of work where the snowdrops are at the front. As soon as you come through the front gates at work, it's all snowdrops.
Yeah.
And I've lifted a few clumps that are in what was bed but is now going to be grass. So I've lifted all those out and moved them in. And obviously, like 3 clumps makes, a huge amount. So I divided all those and put them back in the other areas and took a picture, and it was like, you can't even see them. It just looks like nothing.
Yeah.
Whereas standing there and looking at it, it looks like something.
Oh, so that looks under the apple tree. There's aconites, snowdrops, crocuses are coming up. It looks absolutely beautiful at this, but I've took so many photos, but there's no point. You just can't see them on the camera unless you zoom in, and then you can only see 3 or 4 snowdrops. So there's no different than everybody else's snowdrop picture.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I don't know whether you have a really good camera, you might be able to catch it. I don't know, but I'd love to be able to put them on the internet, but you just can't see. There's no point because you can't tell what I'm looking at. Might as well put individual snowdrop pictures on.
Yeah. I guess that's the only way you'd actually get.
Yeah, but they all do well because I don't touch it now, obviously, until they've all died off, and then it all gets mown through the summer anyway, like the rest of the grass does.
Yeah, I'll hold that up. Look, can you see any snowdrops on that picture?
Exactly, that's what I mean. No, you can't.
There's hundreds, and you just can't see them.
No, it's infuriating, to be honest. It looks lovely. I can stand in our lounge and look through the French doors and think, "Oh God, look at that!" But put the camera up, but there's nothing there.
Yeah, it's bizarre how unless you've got literally like a carpet.
And it just looks right then, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then you can get the full effect of it. Just in a small area, it just looks like nothing when you've only got the odd one.
It's really strange, isn't it?
You need thousands.
Exactly. There's probably, I would say, if I was to count mine, with all the standard Nivalis ones, there must be 120 snowdrops there. But over a piece of land, probably, I don't know, 10 square metres, and they just disappear. There's not enough. Obviously not enough.
No.
But yeah, I'm loving them. If I said to Teresa on Sunday, if we ever move from here, I'm having all them up. Which we will, because we won't want to live here when we're, oldies.
No. And you'll need a theatre for them to all in pots with the labels and
put them all in nice terracotta pots and
By that time, you'll have hundreds of varieties.
Yeah. Be my own Mr. Snowdrop. But I said to Joe, we must try and get him on, but he said he hasn't got a good enough internet signal. I said about feeding them. He said, yeah, feed them. You feed them when the not right now, but when the flowers are dying down, that's a good time to feed them.
I think Alan was saying on the podcast that he moves theirs like January when they first start poking up through the ground. That's when he divides them.
Yeah.
Whereas apparently the official best time to move them is June, which I thought, I've always been told to move snowdrops in the green.
Yeah, well, you don't even know where they are, do you?
Well, that's the thing, isn't it? Once they've finished flowering, they disappear. So how would you even know where they are in June? Unless you've got woodland full of them and you can go dig up a big wodge and...
Or if in the winter you mark them, but...
Yeah, but even then, you'll end up sticking your spade through them because you don't know where they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best time to do it now. And I've noticed when I've done it at work, you can move them now, and even if they haven't got to flowering, they'll carry on. They're not bothered by being moved.
No.
Not like some things that you'd never dig up a shrub when it was in the middle of flowering.
No. Because
Snowdrop,
go,
yeah, they just killed those. But yeah, bulbs don't seem
tough little cookies, aren't they?
Yeah.
But it's weird that when you get into things like snowdrops or what, you notice them absolutely everywhere.
Yeah,
you really do.
Side of the roadsides, there's a little woodland on my way home that I sometimes go and stop at because it is literally like it must be the old road into an old country house or something, because literally each side of the road is just awash with them, and it isn't a garden or anything, but there's hundreds of thousands of snowdrops just carpeting this woodland, which nobody looks after. They're just
There's a lot of snowdrop walks going on at the minute everywhere.
Yes, this week is supposed to be like the peak week for snowdrops, isn't it? And yesterday they looked lovely at work. They were all open, and the sun just brings them out that
bit of sunshine,
a bit more.
And to be honest, when I was hovering around all the tables with all the snowdrops on the other day, on Sunday, I could smell them. And Joe said, yeah, they do, but unless you get big clumps. But that was simulating a big clump, obviously, because there was probably about 500 on the table.
Yeah, and
you could actually, you could smell them.
You don't really think of snowdrops being scented, do you? But they definitely do have that scent.
Yeah. Walking around East Ruston afterwards, because we had a wander around the garden, all the different winter scents of the daphnes and sarcococcus, and oh my god, it's just amazing. You can't beat a daphne. Oh,
they knock you over.
Oh, it's just you can smell it way before you can see it.
Yeah, well, you smell it first, and then you follow your nose to it, don't you?
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah, lovely, absolutely lovely. And it's not like they're a mass of flowers, are they? They're quite sparse on the plant, aren't they?
Yeah,
on the actual shrub, on the tree.
Yeah, for the scent that hits you. I mean, they're not even big flowers, are they? They're just tiny. I mean, they're smaller than stones. Yeah, you get a nice sunny day in spring, and that smell travels.
Just the best. Just the best. But I suppose they have to have that to attract the pollinators, because for one, there's not as many in the winter anyway. In spring, is there? Not until it starts warming up.
Yeah.
And they haven't. The massive blooms to attract the pollinators as well.
Yeah. The smell of honey. Yeah, they do. They're just so beautiful.
Yeah, I really love them. I want to get a daphne, but they're really slow growing, aren't they?
Yeah, I've got two now. Oh no, I've got a sarcococca, the purpurea one, which has got the red stem, which again, that's a beautiful smelling thing, and that's got like the white tassely bits on the stems. It's an evergreen shrub again, and that smells good. And then I've bought a daphne last year, and the cold spell we had really hit it.
Right. Mark, has my internet gone down?
Mine was getting a bit blocky. I was going to... Seems all right now.
I've just had a thing come from Sky popped up that's saying your internet's logged off. So I've got 1 bar of 4G, so I don't know what that's going to do anything.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did go blocky. I did wonder whether it was me or not.
Yeah, I think it's me.
The rain started again.
I can hear that on your roof.
Yeah, it's amazing how loud it is in this conservatory, even though you go outside, that was barely raining. But in the conservatory, it sounds like it's throwing it down.
I tell you what I loved the other day. It was last Sunday. I had 2 or 3 hours Sunday afternoon out in the polytunnel. I moved my bench in the polytunnel and I sat there sowing chili seeds. Oh, you just can't. You forget, don't you? When you're sitting through the winter, and then you get back out there and you think, this is what it's about.
Brilliant.
It's just brilliant. Love it.
That first time of doing a bit more sewing.
Yeah.
Apparently I'm fuzzy. What, my chin or?
That's always fuzzy. You're right now. You've gone. Yeah, you were blocking a minute ago.
Maybe we both got hit by.
Yeah, exactly. Might be at the same time.
Whole internet's going down. So today at work, I microwaved some compost.
Did you?
Yeah.
To kill the weed seeds?
Yeah. I've read online that it apparently does it. So what I've done is I've done 2 seed trays full of things, one with the compost not microwaved, and one with the compost microwaved to see how much of a difference it does.
Because I've heated molehills up in the oven to kill the weed seeds, because obviously molehill soil, for some strange reason, is amazing.
Yeah,
it's like it's already been sieved, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that does it. But yeah, I've always thought about microwaves. Obviously, that will either way will kill every other organism in there as well.
Well, it should kill it. I mean, it says it's getting it up to 180 degrees, so anything in there, it's going to kill it, isn't it, basically?
Yeah. Especially with a microwave, it's zapping it.
Yeah. Hopefully, there's some goodness left in the soil for the season.
So what are you going to do? You're just going to just leave a couple of pots and see if one grows any weeds in it and the other one doesn't?
Yeah, well, I have started using the compost. It's actually leaf mould that I've used, and I've sieved it, so it's really fine stuff. So there's not a lot of weed seed in there, but when I have done it, you do get a few bits and bobs coming through.
Yeah.
And if you're doing anything fine into that, trying to figure out whether it's a weed seed or whether it's a weed, it's a bit of annoying.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to not buy compost, so.
Yeah. Molehills, I always find molehills are brilliant. And I mix that in with compost and sieve it for seed compost sometimes.
Yeah. I mean, if you do big seeds, it doesn't matter. You know, if you're putting peas in it, like, you know what a pea looks like.
I bought my normal bag of B&Q seed compost, which I've bought several bags over the last few years, and it wasn't weeds or, but it was really fibrous, of long fibre bits.
Yeah.
But in the previous years, it's been really fine and really nice.
Yeah.
So even that, they're cutting corners and everything.
Well, you just never know. That's the thing. Like, there's no standard. There's no. This is what quality. You know, if you buy, like you've done, you've bought a bag the previous year, you've gone and bought the same bag of compost, and you've opened it and it's crap. Like,
yeah.
But it's not like you're going to go, right, this is crap, I'm going to take it back to B&Q, because
no.
What's it cost you? £3, £4?
Yeah.
Not worth
the thing. No.
And it just annoys me that there's no standard and that there's nothing you can do, because they just don't care, because they've already got your money.
Well, that's the thing. If it was something else, food-wise, or if you bought it and it was not the same standard as it was last time, you would complain, you would moan, but we just don't bother, do we? It's weird. I don't think they can make a standard, can they? Because nobody knows, to be honest. It's an organic process, I suppose, isn't it? And things don't break down the same, or if they put something in slightly different.
Yeah, I guess so, but they could. I don't understand why they can't put an ingredient list on the bag. Maybe that's the way forward. So that if it's got, I mean, those fibres that you're talking about are probably something like coir or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's the bigger fibres. So if they had on the bag, there are coir fibres in there, you'd know at least that it is going to be a bit less fine.
But the reason they can't do that is, I bet, because it comes from a lot of people's green wheelie bin waste, and they don't know what's in there themselves.
I think the problem is because of all the laws changing and the RHS changing their sort of guidelines, that everybody's trying to switch away from peat, and they've either not got enough of the right ingredients every time.
Yeah.
That the standard's just never the same, is it?
No.
But I mean, that in terms of like a seed compost, you'd think it'd be sieved.
It should be sieved, and that's what it was before.
Yeah.
And it was really fine. It was, it was lovely to touch, and it just, as you squeezed it, it stayed together, and then just gradually fell apart. It was really nice. But this year, it's the same, but it's got all this like webs through it. You're picking it out all the time.
Which is coir. It's definitely coir.
It's got to be, isn't it?
Yeah. Because that's the really fibrous thing that they just seem to put in there to fill it out.
Yeah.
And it must be that they don't have the time to turn it around. Because I mean, plant grow's the same. Like what plant grows sell is mulch. Like if you wanted a really nice seed compost, if you bought a bag of plant grow and let it sit in that bag for a year, the following year you'd have lovely seed compost.
Yeah, when it's dried out and you sieve it, yeah, it would be lovely, wouldn't it?
And it would have fully finished the compost process, and you'd have, this really nice fine black seed compost.
Yeah.
But again, that process would have taken a year. So for them to do that, they'd either have to start doing like a big enough batch to keep some back to sat there a year, which probably isn't worth their while. Which I think is the problem with compost, because they want to make it so quickly and get it out and sold.
Yeah.
Whereas any normal compost bin, it's a year to a year and a half to fully get what you want.
I must admit, I think compost terms and seed compost as well, which I did have some last year. John Innes is quite, and plant grow is plant grow. That's always exactly the same because it's got a different process.
Yeah.
That's from the digesters, and they know exactly what it is. That is like making a cake. They know what's going in there. They know what's going to come out. But making compost from compost, John Innes, I think, is probably number one.
And John Innes is topsoil.
Well, you got John Innes. They have the 1, 2, 3, and 4, don't they? The different ones, and the seed compost. So they're with all different mixes of whatever.
Yeah. But there is
most garden people, like if you listen to Gardeners World Live or whatever, they go, "Oh yeah, use John Innes number 3, John Innes number 2," because they're different.
Yeah.
They're different ingredients.
Yeah. But and again, from my experience last year with the compost bags, when I had that bag of, I think it was Melkor.
Oh yeah,
absolute rubbish. It was like cement, and I actually spoke to the manufacturers at the garden press. That must have been 2 years ago, actually, because I didn't go to the garden press event last year. So I spoke to the Melkor at the garden press event, and they said our compost has got a date on it.
Yeah.
It should be used within a year. If it's if it's further than a year, it shouldn't be being used as compost. It should have been sold by the garden centre, but obviously the garden centre, if they had sold it, they're not going to stop selling it, are they?
No, they're not going to throw it away.
And until I'd had that conversation with them, I didn't even think to look for a date on a compost bag.
No. But also, if you look at compost bags, they've got them covered in minute holes.
Yeah.
So if you leave, I've done it before. If you leave a compost bag outside, it gets sodden because the water gets in there.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. They're not fully sealed bags, are they? So
no, because they have to, when they make them, they have to compress them to get the air out to stack them in the pallets.
Yeah.
And if it was a sealed bag, that would be horrendous to stack, wouldn't it? It'd be like trying to stack loads of balloons. Jenny, what?
Jenny says silver grey. She uses silver grey for seeds.
Silver grow, yeah, I've heard of that one.
I think that is the same company as Melkor, maybe. I got bags of seed compost only because the garden centre bags of silver grey were wet, but I don't normally bother.
What's the sheep's wool one? Because I spoke to them in Chelsea a couple of years back. What are they?
Not
The yellow and black bags. I remember seeing the bags.
Yeah, I can't remember what they're called. They were at the press event as well, I think.
Yeah, but they're supposed to be really good.
Yeah, there's another one that's starting up near me that I've seen quite a lot of stuff on Instagram about, and that's all supposed to be organic. But again, it's because they're just starting up. I guess they're probably going to have quite a limited amount of compost for the first year.
But that's the thing. When they get busy, they start chucking any crap in it.
That's the thing. And the other company that's near me that I know uses all of the green waste is the Lincolnshire Compost Company or something like that. But the compost that you buy in bags is completely different. If I buy a bulk bag, the bulk bag is really nice stuff, whereas in the bags of that you can buy in the shops, it's not as nice, which is weird because you'd think they'd just bag up whatever they use.
It should be from the same pile, shouldn't it?
Yeah, but then I guess maybe the bagged bulk stuff is fresh, and the bag stuff might be a year old.
Again, yeah, it might be sitting in the bags for a while.
Yeah, you just don't know.
And if it's sitting in the sun and it's getting hot, or it's getting rained on, it can make a difference. Must do. In the heat, it will break down more, I suppose.
Dale's foot. That's the sheep one.
That's it. Dale's foot. Yeah. Yeah. They still haven't got it, have they? With the whole peat-free thing. No. It's better than it was probably 5 years ago, but it's still not perfect.
The problem probably was that when some people started doing it, there probably wasn't a market for it, so the demand wasn't as much, so the quality was probably quite good. And then as the demand has grown, they've probably not got the quality because they haven't got
You can't keep up with it.
And the ingredients as well. Like, how do you keep up with that amount of ingredients?
Yeah, if more people want it.
Yeah. And they're going to have to, because if they're banning peat, even nurseries have got to start taking it on. And who uses more sort of compost than anybody? It's going to be the nurseries.
Has that been put back a year or two? Did I hear?
I think so.
The deadline.
From the government, I think it's been put back, but the RHS have kept it the same.
Yeah.
I think is it 2030?
Has it gone that much?
But I think Chelsea is maybe 2028.
Yeah, because I was listening to something they were saying about for people who buy stuff in from abroad who are still allowed to use peat, that's okay.
Yeah.
So if you're buying plants in from the Netherlands, whatever, that comes in with peat in it, that is what it is. You can't tell them not to do it.
No.
That's okay, but you just can't plant in your own in peat and yourself.
I'm sure there'll be loopholes around it.
Yeah.
If everybody else is still using peat in Europe, then it is what it is, isn't it?
Mm.
Means in Ireland, they'll still be using peat because they're still in the EU.
Yeah.
Rules for what we have. So stuff's it'll carry on. I'm sure if you need to get hold of peat for whatever reason, they'll still be able to get hold of peat.
Yeah.
And especially, if you exhibit in at Chelsea, there's a different rule set for you, but not that many nurseries exhibit at Chelsea.
Yeah, there's a long way to go. And that's probably why they put the date back, because nobody's there yet.
No. I don't know how it'll work. I mean, the quality of compost will just be bad.
Mm.
Which is why I try and do as much as my own as possible. Because at least then you know how good the quality is.
Yeah.
Ash has lost it all.
Talking about that, I need to turn my compost bins I need to make another one because I've done the cardinal sin of filled 2 up together at the same time. So I've got 2 now brewing, rather than filling 1 completely and then going, it's just again just chuck it in there. That's a fart, and they're two are brewing. And I don't want to keep putting on top, so I need to build another one.
You
Because you've
always
got to
want
have a
an
cut
empty
off.
one.
You've got to have a cut off point, haven't you? You can't
Yeah.
keep going and going, even though it shrinks down and down. You can't keep topping it because that bottom bit might be 8 months and the top bit's only a month. So you've got to give it. You've got to stop at some point.
You have. Yeah, I'm the same. Like halfway down the garden, I've got 2 compost bins next to each other, and they're both full.
Yeah.
Whereas down at the veg garden, I've got 4 in a square, so I fill one and then empty it into behind.
Yeah.
And that works quite well. But I mean, most people who've got room for 3 compost bins, it's
No.
I mean, I guess the size, you just make smaller ones.
That's the thing. If you've got smaller gardens, you can do smaller ones. The whole. But you still need at least 2.
Yeah, at least. Yeah,
At
I
least 2. 3 would be ideal because you need to turn one.
Because then you've always got one that'll be filling, one that's ready, and one that's brewing.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. And I saw Kim the other day. She's been gifted a Bagashi bin, and
I thought she'd got a Bagashi then.
That spurred me off to get mine going again. And to be honest, I think because I've got mine in the bottom of the pantry. I've got 2, and I think one still got some in.
Oh, that's good.
And that is a long time now. I reckon that's 18 months. So I think, she spurred me on to wanting to start it again.
See, I did Bagashi, and then when I ran out of the bran, I stopped doing it because I was being lazy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, the only thing I do wonder, because with that, all it does is it means that you can put anything in there, basically, doesn't it? You can put meat in there and everything.
I never did.
But
I never did. I just put, the normal stuff in. But a lot of the time they say with your Bagashi, you should dig a hole and bury it as it. But I don't want to dig holes, and if I don't have to. So I used to tip my Bagashi into the compost.
Yeah.
But then that would help. That helps the compost as well. So helps it break down.
Which is why I stopped.
Kind of defeats the object
because you
put it in there anyway.
Yeah. So but buying the bran, and all I was doing is putting it in there anyway, and I wasn't putting meat or anything in there, so
no,
it didn't make a huge amount of difference. And we've in our area now, they're rolling out the food waste bins, so any meat and stuff like that you can now put in that.
Yeah, we've had them for a few years, to be honest. A little grey bin.
Yeah, ours are orange.
Oh wow.
We ain't actually got ours yet. I think it starts in March, but with the ones at work have been delivered.
You have to put a little the little biodegradable liner in it.
Yeah, my mum and dad have got theirs, and they were saying there's liners. I was like,
yeah,
they're
really fine, flimsy things, and they're biodegradable.
Okay, it's like a compostable bag anyway.
Yeah, it's completely. It feels nice, to be honest. Really smooth, but yeah, you have to put that in there. But yeah, that was a bit of a fad again for the first year. And then all of a sudden, I probably used the bucket for something else, and it never came back.
We like that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, but even finer than that, really fine. Yeah,
that's cellulose.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Plastic.
Yeah.
Let me go back to the comments. Jenny was saying she doesn't make compost, she just chops and drops, which basically is where you just chop up the stuff that you're chopping down and just leave it
on there. Yeah.
Which quite a few people have started doing, if you don't mind the look of it.
To be honest, I did that on my garden last year, and it was all right, but then I mulched over the top of it.
Which again, that's absolutely fine. If you're going to put mulch down anyway, it's a good
I was
way
going to
of
mulch, so
doing it.
chop. So in probably another 2 or 3 weeks, I'll go around and just hands and knees, chop everything up as small as possible, and then mulch over the top. And that seems to have done all right.
Which I'd love to do at work if I could get a machine like a chipper, that for perennials, that you could chuck all the grasses and stuff like that through. And once you'd cut everything down and weeded it, just chuck it all back on top again. That'd be brilliant.
Yeah. But you get a little electric one.
Doesn't do it. Just you put like grasses through it, and it just bends it. It doesn't. It needs to be almost like a shredder. You want like a paper shredder where it chops it into little pieces.
Yeah.
But a garden thing, and there's things on the market which claim to be mulchers, but I just don't know whether I trust it to do what I want it to do, and to spend the money and then it not do it. It'd be a bit annoying.
Yeah. Well, surely you can write to the companies and say, look, I want a demonstration.
Nobody does it anymore. They're not interested. I've tried it, and they're not interested.
No.
I'm like, you buy it and then see what happens. And I'm like, well, if it doesn't work, can I send it back? And they're like, well, no, because you've used it.
Yeah.
Great.
But that should be under the Trades Description Act, surely, if it's not doing what they say it does.
I mean, in the past, when I first started working at that garden, we wanted a scarifier, and they brought us a scarifier that was like a demonstration model, and we used it. And once we'd used it and saw how good it was, we bought it.
Yeah.
Whereas now, nobody's interested in that sort of thing. They're not interested in service. They're not interested, buy it online. It's just doesn't exist anymore, which is because for, how do you know if something's going to work?
You don't.
And then you've spent out all that money.
Mm. Yeah, because it's not going to be cheap, is it?
No, I mean, £500, I think the machine is. And if it doesn't work, that's £500 down the drain.
Yeah. But that has to be quite portable, I suppose. Will it be a petrol one, so you can have it near where you're actually...
Yeah, it's the same company of that little chipper that I've got. But it basically, the thing that concerns me is that it seems to me that it's exactly the same machine as the chipper, but you just have the shooter in downwards, so it's the same blade. So I really can't see how it would chop it, because if I chucked a grass through that chipper, it's just going to block up the chute.
So is the blade on your chipper like a barrel with that rotates like that, and it's just got loads of blades on it like that, so it just pulls and chunks it at the same time?
Yeah, the chipper, it's basically a barrel with a hole in the middle and then 2 blades. So it's only 2 blades.
And it rotates and just
around really fast.
Yeah.
But for something like a grass or a perennial, like, they're really thin, so it'll fit through that slight gap, because they're never going to be completely tight, is it? Otherwise,
it's going to be like hair on your Dyson Hoover.
Exactly.
Thing. Yeah.
You almost need like two pieces that spin at the same time, so they're literally like almost hitting each other, which is
rubbing past each other. Yeah.
Yeah, which is what the bigger chippers do, like the ones that Deb's dad, when he came and did the stuff in the woodland.
Yeah.
Those, I think, are 3 cogs almost that rotate together. But again, like a big chipper, that you put a grass through, that ain't going to chip,
No.
So,
no.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's quite got the invention yet. Me and Debs did try something which has the potential to work, but we didn't quite perfect it. But basically, you need a big blender.
Yeah, so I was just thinking that. Yeah.
You get a wheelie bin, and you get your strimmer, and you put your strimmer into the wheelie bin, and it does do it.
Yeah.
But the problem is it goes through your strimmer line like no one.
Yeah.
So you need. I did wonder whether if you put the brush cutter on, whether that would work. But the only problem is you end up putting a hole in you.
You would.
But if you had it fixed, like a blender, if it was fixed, you could do it.
Yeah. Or you need to have get something so you can drill a hole in the bottom and have blades sticking out underneath from a motor underneath.
You just need an old strimmer and fix it onto some kind of frame so it stays exactly where you want it,
Yeah,
and then fill the bin up and just drop it in.
they are. Dragon's Den, here we come.
Yeah. Jenny says, I have a habit of chopping up as I eat. See, on a small scale, it's perfect.
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Like I
But
say, my
me,
garden.
when I'm cutting down an entire bed, it's literally like, you just can't do it.
Yeah, because all my stalks, I just go dunk, 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 all the way down, and that's it. It's fine.
Which on a small, when I've been weeding the past few days, there's only a few things that I'm cutting down. So as I'm putting it into the thing, I chop it up into bits.
Exactly.
But when you're doing a 400-foot bed that's 12 foot wide.
No, you want to have one cut at the bottom and then chuck it into something.
Yeah. And then once you're finished, chuck it back on again, all in bits. I mean, somebody must have it, because there's a company that does a thing called Strulch, which is basically like shredded hay. So they must something. So again, like buying that piece of machinery, it's going to be thousands worth of pounds.
Yeah. It's got to be something that does it. Yeah, because it says Strulch is. It's straw, is it? Shredded straw. They wouldn't put hay on, surely, because that's got grass in it.
Straw. Yeah, straw, I think. And they do something else to it as well, because I think it's slightly composted as well.
Right.
But yeah, they must have a machine that does it. I mean, I know there's the English Heritage place near us, and I think they sort of share a compost grading machine, which basically they empty their big compost bays into this machine, and it grades their compost. So any bigger stuff, I think it must either grade it out or shred it down so that it's all one sort of texture of compost. But again, for them, if they've got one thing that they share around the whole country, that machine probably costs £50,000 or something.
Exactly.
My boss is going to spend 50 grand on the thing for compost.
Yeah.
You'd be better off just buying it in, wouldn't
you?
Has Jamie got his asparagus yet?
It's ordered. It's coming. I don't know if it says Friday, Joe. I know it's Joe, because she was when he told me which one to go to. She found a cheaper one, and it's a lot cheaper than the one I looked for. And they are 3-year-old crowns as well. I got 10, I think. 10 for, it was £17, I think, for 6, or 25 for 10, or something like that. So I got 10.
That's not bad, actually, for a 3-year-old crown. That's really
that's what I thought.
They've obviously got the knack of that, because I remember maybe 5 years ago looking at 3-year-old crowns, and they were about a tenner each.
Oh, right, bloody hell.
The price has obviously really come down on those.
But also saying that first lot I found, I can't remember what company it was, but that was on the Etsy, that Etsy place, and they were getting closer to £10, because I was going to buy, because there was purple and white on there, and I think that was going to be close to £100.
Yeah.
For what I wanted then, so that might have been, I don't know, £6 or £7 a crown. But this
maybe
other one,
this time of year is perfect for it. I guess the same with like roses, where roses are cheaper at their root season, whereas
possibly.
Like the rest of the year they charge you for putting a pot on it, don't they? Jenny said, could you lay the weeds down and run over it with a push mower? Collect it in the basket, and the blades managed to
Yeah.
A little bit, but again, these beds at work, the perennials are 6-7 foot tall. And when you're cutting down a grass that's this big and 7 foot tall, you run a mower over it, it doesn't even do anything.
No.
You really need a chipper type machine that's got finer blades in it. somebody wants to invent me one or find me one, I'd be very appreciative.
Yeah. Well, what you need is an upside down lawnmower
You can just chuck it through.
with the blades coming through in a big barrel or something, and chuck it in there, and that just.
Yeah. Or a muck spreader, but the other way. So rather than chucking it out, you chuck it in.
Because if you run like when you pick up your leaves with a lawnmower, they come up proper shredded up, don't they?
Yeah.
In the basket.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of on the way. But you couldn't have a petrol one because it wouldn't work because the petrol and oil will run out.
Yeah. Yeah, somebody needs to invent one. Somebody that knows engineering and has the resources.
Just need a motor, an upside down motor, and with a blade sticking up inside a big barrel.
Yeah, and some kind of way of not ending up chopping yourself to bits by.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think there'd be some major guards and safety equipment on it if it was going into production, but you can imagine what I could come up with in the garage.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, that's a task, isn't it? That's a thing. So what do you do with them at the moment then? Just put them on the compost heap?
Well, to be honest, the grasses and all of that sort of stuff I've just been piling in the field and letting it rot down because there's just so much of it. I mean, you can imagine a 7-acre garden when it comes to cutting everything down, like there is trailer after trailer after trailer. Some of the smaller beds, as I say, as you weed, you can chop it up and that goes on the compost. But the big perennial beds, which are, ginormous, you've seen them, and the one near the house, which is like a bed full of grasses, and they're like miscanthus, which is almost like bamboo.
Yeah.
Like if you put that on the compost, it just wouldn't rot down. It needs chopping up.
Yeah.
I mean, before I became the head gardener, what used to happen with all of the grass material is it used to go on the bonfire.
Yeah.
Which is horrendous. Not only for the fact that all that smoke, but can you imagine how many insects are in all of that dead grass when you're cutting it down and it's just going chucked on the fire and burned? So I thought, the best thing to do is to pile it if you can't compost it. I mean, I'd love to compost it or like I say, shred it and use it as a mulch because it'd save buying in mulch then because you've got your own mulch. But I've just never found a way of chipping it, shredding it.
How do you cut it? Do you cut it with get down on your hands and knees with your secateurs, or do you hedge trimmer on an arm and chop it low?
Again, the old head gardener, we used to cut it all by hand, secateurs. But since I've been head gardener, it's been hedge cut.
Yeah.
Because when I've been on my own as well, you can do an entire bed in 3 hours with a hedge cut, whereas that takes 2-3 days doing it by hand.
But that's the thing. You could get, even if it's not quite low enough or enough, you could get the majority done, and then go and if there's anything else, you can go.
What I actually need to do is start here and then go back again a bit lower and then back again and then back again. Chop it down in bits.
That would work. Or we need loads of hedge trimmers laid on the sides in a big box and just chuck it in there and go. Yeah. That is something that you've got to find. It's got to be something to be able to do that.
I've searched so many times. There must be something, but I've never found anything. And there are shredders which claim to do that, which are for small gardens, so they're electric.
Yeah.
But again, electric's no use to me because it's in the middle of a 7-acre garden. I ain't got power supply.
No good.
need a petrol version of it, because there is a thing that is very similar to what you're describing, like a big blade that you just sort of drop the stuff into, and it does seem to do a proper job. But again, would it stand up to doing these massive big, you're literally having it on for 8 hours a day?
Yeah.
Probably blow up by the end of the day because you've overdone it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jenny says you need giant herb scissors. Or one of those things that you sort of do that on the herbs and it chops them up with a couple of blades on it.
What, one of them?
Yeah.
Isn't that called a mezzaluna?
Something like that, isn't it?
That's what Nigella Lawson uses to chop her herbs up.
Yeah. There you go, that'd do it. Just a giant, huge version of it.
Mm. Yeah. Have to keep an eye out for that.
Yeah,
any more comments?
No, I don't think so. Not that I can see. No. Come on. Right, call it a night.
Call it a night. We're not here next week.
We're not here next week because we'll both be on our way back from London.
We'll be in the big smoke.
Seeing each other in person.
Yeah. God, when was the last time? Been a while now.
My birthday? Have we seen each other since then?
Oh, yeah, no, it probably was. Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah, probably my birthday. Because there was... we didn't go to... What did we go to? Gardener's World? Autumn. No, I don't think we did we?
I did. You didn't go. You were going to go, and then all of a sudden you didn't go for some reason. You dumped me. I went because I went and done the mushrooms with.
Yeah, you did.
Daly Brothers.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that was.
But
yeah. So it'll be nice. Nice to see everybody.
It will be good. Yeah, it'd be lovely to have a wander around there. I didn't go last year because I was all trussed up like a Christmas turkey.
Yeah, a year ago. Stuff.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Awesome. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time.
The week after that, it'll be the 24th, which will be Stephanie Hafferty.
Steph Hafferty.
Going to be talking about everything she does and her new book.
Very good. I've got quite a few of her and Charles's books, so I'm sure she'll be a very good guest.
Yeah, brilliant. Looking forward to that. Right, going to go and have my dinner.
Thanks, Dick. See you all next time.
See you later, everybody.
Thanks, everyone, for joining in.
See you, Mark. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to Through the Garden Gate.